Welcome.
You're now locked into another episode.
Let's go!
Of the Bear and Tails podcast, bringing you your weekly injection of gaming.
Let's go!
Content creation and overall nonsense.
What just fucking happened, bro?
Coming straight from their live streams on Twitch to your headphones at home.
Big time energy.
Let's go!
Let's begin.
Hey, yo!
We're back.
She is back. She's alive.
I'm alive. I'm alive. Try to do like that. You know.
Are you feeling 100% yet?
I definitely feel. I feel like maybe like 95%. I still have sometimes this like little cough that will come up. That's just a residual from the fever. But other than that, like I definitely am starting to feel back to being myself. Absolutely.
You were on your deathbed for like a solid week.
That was hell. It was hell. I don't, and like went and got tested. Not COVID. Thank God. I knew it wasn't COVID either. Like I just had a feeling it wasn't. Like it was just a really high grade fever. And from what I've heard, COVID is not a high grade fever. Mm-hmm. It's a lower grade fever. But I was like at 100, almost 3. And I was like sitting in a cold bathtub for like 4 hours out of the day. Like it got scary there for a second. But I like, you know, like I almost was like, I might need to go to the hospital. But I knew it was the flu and I just had to fight through it. And I think the thing is that we've all been inside. Our body's immune system is just not what they used to be. Like when I used to work at the gym, mm-hmm. My immune system was probably the best ever was because at the gym you're exposed to so much shit, you know? But since we've been inside, we've been protecting our bodies, and then once that one thing hits, boom. I haven't been sick for 6 years.
Yeah, I got sick, super sick like that last year. I thought it was COVID. It ended up testing negative. But to your point, yeah, it was a high grade fever. I was on my ass. Mine didn't last that long. It was like, 48-hour type thing. But it's ridiculous how quickly your body just shuts down. It's like, no, you're done.
Yeah, I was the Friday night before it like hit me, I was streaming, and right before I started streaming, I said this on my stream, I felt this weird like ache go through my right arm. And I'm like, oh, that didn't feel right. Like an achy, like when you have the fever, a chill. Like it was very weird. I'm like, that's weird. So then I started streaming. And then everything was good in the beginning because I think my adrenaline was running. And then at the end, when it started to come down, you could tell at the end of stream, I got really quiet. And I was just like, wow, my head is pounding. And I was trying to explain to people is like, it's normal for me to have a headache when I get done streaming. That's the sad part of things, as the side of things that you guys don't see is usually with such high energy that I bring to my streams. At the end, when I get done streaming, I go and I pass the fuck out because I'm dead. So having a headache at the end of my streams is normal for me, which is sad. It really is sad. But you do it, I enjoy what I'm doing. So it is what it is. And this headache was different. And I was like, maybe I need to eat something. I'm like, no. Was in bed and boom, like it just hit me as soon as I ended stream. It's like my adrenaline was gone. And it was just like, you're sick. Fuck you. And that's pretty much what happened.
You're out for the count. Well, you're back. It's good. I held it down for episode 11.
You did so good.
Thank you.
You did so good.
That's 3 packs a day.
SpongeBob.
Auntie SWEEETTAILS is here to hang out.
I was really nervous heading into that episode. I had no idea how to do. I've never done a podcast solo. We've talked about I've done podcast episodes for business stuff before this, but solo by yourself talking for an hour. Honestly, it really wasn't that much different than a stream. It felt like for me.
Guess what? Don't ever fucking get sick because we'd be fucked. No, we really would be because actually, you know what? I could probably sit and talk to myself for an hour, It wouldn't be as organized as you, though. It would definitely be more like me just talking about random shit because my ADHD would kick in.
Sure.
Like, oh, look at that bird. That's great. Oh my God. I had a nice poop this morning.
I love it.
But anyways.
How was your Memorial Day? Everything good?
Family, hung out with family. That's pretty much it. It was nice to relax. But for me, Memorial Day, which was Monday, marked a new week for me to get back into things because I was off for a week, obviously because I was sick. Mm-hmm. But just trying to get back in the swing of things, and it's not easy. God, content creating is not easy, dude. It is not. I mean, there's so much more to it, and it's just it's really fucking hard. But we keep going. We do what we got to do.
It's nonstop. I mean, and that's
it's nonstop.
The crazy part about it.
When it does stop, you get so fucking behind.
Yes, correct.
So behind, and that's for me. Like that's the shitty part about it.
That's why I'm terrified to take like a trip. I need a vacation, and like I'm literally terrified of it because I just know what my schedule looks like. And you're right. It's like unless you plan ahead and you lay out your content to make up for that time, when you come back, you got it, because it's just there's so many different platforms and so many different things, and
you have to stay relevant.
It's such a momentum. It's such a momentum game. You know what I mean? The algorithms and everything is momentum, and then even just live streaming. I know the algorithm on Twitch doesn't really exist, but it does from a standpoint of, are you on people's minds? When they pull up their list of the 50 people that they follow and all the content creators, are you the one that they're like, ooh, yeah, that's who I want to go check out?
Ooh, I want to go watch that. Yeah. That's why I'm like, contemplating bringing the boobies back out.
Oh, sure. Listen, the hot tub, you got a lot of room for a hot tub behind you. That's it. I saw your tweet, by the way. I saw your...
I got one.
Did you actually buy it?
No, I didn't buy a hot tub. I'm sorry, that's my dog. Now let's shut your ass up. Nana, come here, you want a treat? Nana. I don't know what the fuck she's barking at. Dumbass.
Is your delivery man back?
No, David came this morning with 3 packages from Amazon, and Nala still does not like him to this day. And I don't know if David likes us anyways, because he came back twice. I think he forgot a package. So every time he walks up to the fucking house, we like mimic what we think he's thinking in the back of his head, like, oh, this dumb bitch bought another package again, and here we go. I gotta fucking put this here. This is like the second trip I've made. Like, it's so funny. Anyways,
I love the fact that you know his name. Are you one of the people who like knows your neighbors? Do you know your neighbors?
No, I don't know my neighbors, but he gave us a Christmas card. When we moved in, our mail guy left us a Christmas card because he's on foot. He's not driving. Like, he drives, but he's parks somewhere and he's on foot. Because we're a very close knit community or whatever. And he's like probably in his mid 30s. And he gave us Christmas cards, and we found out his name was David. I think it's David. Dave or
I really hope it's not, and you've just been calling him Dave or David this whole time. He's like,
hey,
nah.
Dave! Hey, Dave!
My name's Barry.
But yeah, what were we talking about?
Just hot tubs. You ordered a hot tub?
Oh, it's not a hot tub. It's an inflatable pool.
Okay,
So I'm just gonna put water in it, and I'm gonna put a heater on it. So hopefully, and I got. It's gonna be a fun stream, and I'm excited. I'm gonna fill up, and the good thing is the hose is right here, so I can just like open the window and put it in. It's gonna be very cold, but it's gonna be a great time. I have this pool. I wasn't gonna spend $1,000 on one of those fucking blow up hot tubs. I'm just not gonna do it and put it in this room. It's not gonna no. It's just gonna be for fun.
I love the fact that you bit the bullet. She's in.
I'm not wearing a bikini though.
She's in.
People are like, please don't do it. Please. Like, first of all, even if I did do it, shut the fuck up. Because if I wanted to do it, I would do it. But I'm not saying I'm going to, because I'm not like that. I'm not comfortable enough with my body to do that anyways. But like, of course I'm not gonna wear a bikini. It's just gonna be fucking fun. I got an inflatable fucking banana, and I'm gonna ride that shit all night in that hot tub. I'll tell you that right now. What did you say?
All right, listen, you do you. I have tons of room for it.
Yeah, you should think about it.
That's what we need, is just tons of more hot tub streams. Yeah. Other good news that's been happening around with everything. So you guys know we track the charts, we track the performance of absolutely everything in regards to the podcast. We're officially, I don't know if you know this is big news. I'd be surprised if they don't send us a plaque. We're officially the 209th ranked comedy podcast in Croatia.
Let's go, Croatia!
So we're big over in the Croatia scene. Up 3 spots from last week. Apparently we were 212. Now we're 209. Wouldn't be surprised if we're 205 by the time we're done recording this. Just
if you've never heard of the Croatia scene, then you don't know. You're not cool. All right. There's nothing like the Croatia scene. All right.
Especially in podcasts.
We're doing big things over here.
We are.
All right.
I don't know if I could tell you where Croatia is on a map. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I have no fucking idea. Don't even say that, because now
we're going down. We're going down.
You exposed us!
Yeah. Let's get into a review.
What did you write?
It must be a good review.
Hey, what did you write?
Is it bad?
And now, a review from you.
All right, we got a review from Buzz129. His title of this comment was "Love the Chemistry." Just want to say I love listening to this podcast. Keeps me entertained the whole time. Bear and Tails chemistry is like nothing else.
Ooh.
Keep up all the good vibes. I can't wait for the next episode. I love that.
Freaking love it.
I love that. I completely agree. I think we have an amazing chemistry, and I think it brings together a whole awesome, amazing show. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. So thank you so much, guys. Help us. Make sure to go comment, review on all the platforms if you can. Bear, you list off the platforms. So
We're on Apple, Google, iHeart, Spotify. I mean, across the board, you guys. Obviously, all the feedback helps. Also, make sure to drop the sub. If you listen to us primarily as an audio, it helps on the sub side to drop over to YouTube. Plus, listen, if you're at work, a lot of people are going back into the office these days, not working from home. You know, you're looking, how do I spend my days not listening to Karen at the front desk? Listen, pop up the YouTube, take a peek at some episodes, get the visual element, right? Listen,
you want to see these faces?
That's it. Listen, this beard, you can't grow this type of beard. You know what I mean? This is magic. That's how it works.
It's so beautiful and fluffy and.
I don't think I've ever had somebody say fluffy to my beard.
I would just want to run my hand through your coarse puby beard.
Oh no! Oh no!
On your face! On your face!
Let's get into the news.
News. I want to know everything.
I want to know everything. What's the news?
Now, it's time for News and Noteworth.
Lord help us. News and Noteworth from around the industry in regards to gaming and content creation. I'm actually going to start here with the quick question because I think this kind of runs into this as well. Something that happened in the last couple weeks. This comes from Dawson over on Twitter.
T. I love tea. Let's go.
Yeah, buddy. So here's the backstory, and then this will lead into his question. I don't know if you saw, but Nick Merckx, Tim the Tatman, and Cloaksy were all playing together like they normally do in a midday. Ran into a lobby where they saw Aiden. And Huskers, another big content creator, was hosting a tournament they knew Aiden was competing in. So Tim, Nick, and Cloaksy made the decision to back out of the lobby so that they didn't mess up Aiden's tournament run or his game for the tournament. So the question is, what are the thoughts basically on content creators doing that to basically help each other? So here's the philosophy, right? You have Aiden who's competing in this tournament. It's a kill race tournament. They're trying to do well based on placement and kills. Nick makes the decision to basically say,
it was a kill race. It was a kill race tournament.
Yeah,
like we don't want to kill.
They saw his team and they're like, we don't want to mess with this. So they backed out. When in reality, listen, that's part of the tournament run is who you get paired with. Even though Nick wasn't competing in it, they're in the lobby. Like that's arguably one of the best.
Yeah, but don't you think though? So basically, they backed out because they didn't want to mess with the tournament or whatever, right?
They didn't want to kill Aiden and then have Aiden's team be, that round is basically dead. They're like,
were they saying? Do you think they backed out because they were saying that they're better than them and that they would easily kill them, basically?
Or even just the possibility, right? Is it worth it?
If they were to kill them, the fact of the matter is that they would get shit on probably, or they would be like, oh, I got killed by. Yeah, I get that. Or the other time too, do you think that a lobby that Nick Merckx is in with Tim and Cloaksy is going to be a same like any other lobby out there? No. And you know why? Because there's stream snipers. So that lobby already would be different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
like,
Aiden has his own.
All across the board.
You know
right?
what I mean? I'm sure Aiden has his own. I mean, Aiden's equally as large as, maybe not viewer per day, but I mean, Aiden the other day, like Nick has 59,000 viewing him. Aiden has 38. Like those are all in the ballpark of each other. So, I mean, you're
okay. So never mind then, because then if they're, okay.
See, to me,
I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to stay away from drama. They didn't want to be involved with the drama because God forbid. Why were they not in the tournament, by the way? Did they just not, they didn't get invited to it?
Nick doesn't compete in tournaments anymore. He swore them off as with all the cheaters. And actually, so this kind of goes into another thing that I was going to talk about was there's a big announcement of the World Series of Warzone tournament, which is private lobby tournaments competing top content creators against top content creators in custom games, not in public lobbies. So, and you have to qualify for it. So there's some people who qualified. Obviously, some people, there's a lot of rumors that Nick is coming out of retirement for this. And they gave him a bag to basically say, hey, we'll pay you X amount just to freaking be here. Right, just to compete.
Yeah.
But yeah, he swore him off.
I mean,
he doesn't need him.
I see why he left the lobby though. I mean,
Well, so-
I see why he would do that because he didn't want the drama, but at the same time, so what? I mean, what do you think?
Well, so I think it's super interesting because actually, right before then, they were very transparent with each other talking, and it was either Cloaksy or Nick. One of the two made the comment, "What we're about to do is about to set the standard for how we're going to handle this because this is going to be an ongoing thing that keeps popping up." Right? There's more tournaments happening than ever before. Almost every single day, somebody's hosting something. How you handle it is going to be an ongoing thing. If you don't want to back out now and set that be the standard, and then next time you're not. So it was really interesting to hear that.
You think they should have stayed? They should have stayed.
I think so. I mean, I think that's part of the lobby.
They should have stayed too. Yeah, you're right. But what's the chances of them getting fucking in that lobby? That's crazy though.
If a major tournament is I mean, that's happened to us because we do day streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And the team that I play with on Tuesdays and Thursdays is a higher KD team. I'm the lowest KD on the squad. We've been in lobbies with top pro players before. I mean, almost every single day. And if there's a tournament going on and you're playing quads, especially, yeah, you're going to find those lobbies if you're in those higher KD lobs. So it's one of those things though that I think that just comes like that's part of it. You know, like I agree. The same way you can classify people using VPNs to get easier lobbies during tournaments as cheating, having other top, like arguably one of the best teams in that lobby back out just as a sign of quote unquote respect is almost the same thing. Like that's a team in the lobby you have to compete against.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think they might have not made the best decision, but I think their hearts were in the right place.
Yeah, they weren't trying
to. They backed out because they didn't want drama. They weren't like, I don't want to fuck with these people. You know, they weren't like shitty about it. So, but did they make the right decision? And how do you make a decision that quickly?
It's tough.
I mean, I'm assuming they ran up on the team and they saw their names and were like, oh,
Bingo.
shit. Or like,
Bingo.
Like that's what happened.
Yeah.
So you have to make a split fucking decision on that. So I don't fault them for that, but let's hope that we'll see what plays out and see if this is gonna be a standard thing now where people back out and, you know, I mean, have they come out and spoken that they think that maybe they made the wrong decision?
No, you know, Nick could be dead wrong. And he's going to defend going to defend his stance till the end of the days. He doesn't care.
Yeah. Anyways. All right. Well, whatever.
Other news, things that are more positive. Well, not that that's negative, but Far Cry 6, a game you and I are highly excited for.
Ooh, the trailer was so good.
Released its first trailer featuring the gameplay. So there was the cinematic trailer they did last year featuring the guy from Breaking Bad, getting in a little bit about the story. This was the first chance we got a chance to see the gameplay. A lot of you guys, this got me hyped. I know you retweeted it.
You see the guns? You can like put shit together like the CD player.
Yeah, the Macarena.
And fucking the Macarena when it like cuts off someone's head or whatever. It looks so good. They went above and beyond. So Far Cry is a very popular game. I think this is going to be Far Cry what?
Six.
And it's just this badass like open map world game, and most of them are based off of survival and living and being put in this scenario or this area where you have to survive. And it's so cool because Far Cry was one of the first games that I ever played on console, and it's because my sister's husband recommended me playing it and he's like, you should try it, you would like it. And I fell in love with it. And I think it was the one with, was it Far Cry? What was in Shanghai?
That's 4. The one up in the mountains.
God. That was so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And it just so good, guys. So I'm excited for this one. It always is a different scenario, so you don't know. Like the last one's about a cult. You were in like a
Montana,
like this mountain area, Montana, and you were in a cult land where this huge cult was like it's just so cool. And I think the cool thing about it is the stories that they come up with this game.
So detailed.
So the new one's coming out and it looks like a fucking movie.
It's so good.
And the gameplay is awesome. I just hope I hope they stay true to the Far Cry essence.
They are.
And they don't go too far to like Assassin's Creed kind of, you know what I mean?
I don't think they will.
I'm hoping they don't.
Well,
they stay in their lane.
There was a big element to your point. They do such a good job allowing you to play the way you want to play. Like in the last game in 5, which is probably the one I played the most. You literally could just, you could build your character to be sneak based and be assassinating people and creeping up on people, or you could build your character to just be a tank and just big weapons and super loud. Like you could play the way you wanted to play, but to your point, they do such a good job with the world and it's just enough nonsense to make it wildly entertaining. And in this game, like in 5, right, some of the hallmark like companions, you had your dog, you had Cheeseburger the giant bear, you had the cougar that could follow you around. In this one, they're already teasing a crocodile that can follow you around and eat people.
You see the crocodile just go after
the little dog in the wheelchair.
Yes.
What?
I'm so excited. It's gonna be great. So definitely a game to look forward to. I will definitely be playing it. The tricky part is it's gonna be a very long game.
Yes, they always are.
So streaming it is gonna be a little difficult.
It's gonna be a multi-session type game. You know, you're looking at probably 15 hours on the campaign type thing. Which
I think more than that.
It depends.
No?
It depends how much you're trying to be a completionist. You know, if you're.
I'm not a completionist. I like to get to the. I just like to get to the end. I want to see the end. I want to see the story. I'm impatient.
But the release date officially came with it, so October is what we're looking at, guys. A lot of anticipation. I was already very high on it. If you haven't seen the trailer, go look at it. It's phenomenal.
It's good. You should look at it.
Sonic announced a brand new game, which is exciting to me. A franchise that I feel like is dead. I'm not afraid to say that, but did announce a Sonic Origins, which is a brand new game. Again, real short 30-second trailer, basically just featuring Sonic running through a field. But what are your thoughts on, like, I'm curious what it's going to look like, but assuming they try to build it up like the traditional game, like, do you think that has relevance in today's gaming? That classic?
I think the characters are strong enough that they can make a game out of it. It has to be done right. Right off the bat, I'm thinking when I hear Sonic Origins, I'm thinking like Zelda or like it's a game on Switch. Like I'm thinking it's not. This is the thing when you come out with a game like, for example, Sonic, you're competing with games that of realism and like realistic, like almost movie looking games. And then when you come out with like cartoony games like Sonic or whatever, like, which is great because kids love that kind of stuff and everything. There has to be some sort of appeal to it for me to play it in regards to the storyline, for just in regards to like what I like. Do I think it can do well? Absolutely. It has to be done right. Sonic needs to be painted as a fucking badass.
Yeah.
It's got to have really awesome, cool gameplay moments.
I don't know. They're going to do the traditional, and they haven't really announced this, but if they're going to do that traditional like Sonic 2D format, it needs to be flawless. Like there's no room for error.
Do you think they would? No, because that would be more of like a remastered. Is that what they mean by Origins?
I don't know.
Is that they want to come out and do a 2D?
I feel like if you try to do a Sonic like a Zelda, third-party, over-the-shoulder type scenario, I don't think it's going to play well. I think it's super weird. I mean, obviously, you have to wait to see. But I think that's a super weird concept to take on a game like that's been known 2D.
Yeah, but Mario and kicks fucking ass.
Yeah, but Mario started doing that way before. You know, Mario did that in 64. Sonic never did. Sonic never went over the shoulder. Sonic's always stayed 2D.
Yeah, but with the technology now and they can do that, I would be more out to playing Sonic. I wouldn't do the same like maps. I think it would be I think it would be really cool if they came out with an open world Sonic map game.
Yep.
That is what they need to do, because anything else, like, it's not like that's what they need to do. They need to go down the route that like Mario did, where it was over the shoulder and it was on open world and you have to, collect rings and do different stuff and everything. And I think that is what so who knows? So the trailer didn't say what type of gameplay it's going to be.
It was literally just a teaser. It was just to say, hey, this is coming type of thing.
It'll be interesting. Will I play it? Probably not. I don't know. It might be fun. It might blow up. I guess it depends on
how they do it. We need more info.
Yeah.
Battlefield 6, highly anticipated for Battlefield fans, which obviously has a cult following as far as the genre. Set to reveal next week ahead of E3, sorry. The E3 conference starting next week on June 12th through the 15th. Sounds like EA, the creator of Battlefield, is set to reveal their first look at it ahead of that conference, which is interesting. I'm excited to see it. As somebody who plays a lot of battle royales and was in love with Battlefield 4, 5 was not as good. I'll be curious to see what they take and how they've evolved and what they're putting into it. For me, it's a very different gameplay than like COD or obviously Fortnite or Apex, any of the other major battle royales. But it could be a transition as people, I think, are looking for something fresh and new.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest with you, Warzone is stale for me, and I haven't played it in a couple weeks. It's just the same goddamn thing. It's just so fucking. It's just getting stale. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that die hard. I'm contemplating on trying Valorant and even getting more into Apex, like I was trying to do, but I'm scared because that's I'm comfortable with Warzone. I'm comfortable with Call of Duty. That is what I'm good at. I don't fucking know. But Battlefield 6, you said,
Yep.
right? Yeah. I got invited to play it and I didn't. I got busy. But from what I'm seeing, it looks pretty fucking awesome.
They are. I mean, it's more realistic warfare. There's more vehicle choices. You have planes and you can be literally fighter jets in the sky. The thing that I think it's most known for are like the sniper mechanics are like they take velocity and bullet into consideration. So you have to aim 3 knocks out if you're trying to hit somebody 300 meters away because the wind is going to drive it left and the bullet's going to drop a certain way. And then
that's gonna be a shitty transition, though.
It's a
for
very
people that play right.
Very,
that's gonna be hard.
Very tough transition because it's a different gameplay mechanic. But you also can do really cool stuff like map demolition. So let's say you got a team that's camping out in a building, you literally can level the building. You can bring in a tank, blow out the bottom level, and the whole building will collapse. It's very detailed. The Battlefield games have been always.
Do they have it has a campaign, and then there's multiplayer.
Yep, the campaigns are always very cinematic, just like the Call of Duty ones. The multiplayers are way larger spread, just general multiplayer, and then they obviously have more of the war-based or the Warzone-based battle royale that's supposed to be coming in 6. Where it's more like elimination type. It'll be interesting. I'm excited to see the first look.
I hope it's a strong competitor with Warzone.
I agree.
I really hope so because I think that would be finally like I just give me something else, please.
I know.
Thank you.
TikTok introduced a couple of new features. One we touched on this briefly, but we should hit a little bit more on it. But I'm going to start here. The first one I want to talk about is the new promote feature, which is TikTok is now allowing for you to pay to promote views, right? And to get views.
That's so interesting. How much?
Expensive. I mean, it depends on how many you're trying to get.
What?
Like if you're trying to get 1 million views on a video, you're talking thousands. Yeah. It's a lot of money. But so here's where I don't think your average content creator is going to have this type of money.
God.
Right? They're not going to have that type of money that they can pump into it. What I'm going to be curious of is if corporations are coming in and starting to use this to leverage their, and it's just going to become your your For You page is just literally ad after ad after ad, even if they're not technically ads. They're just promoting their posts.
Oh, that's going to be fucking annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So what does a couple $100 get you? Like, what do you know?
A couple thousand.
Like, how much is it a guaranteed views though?
Yes, they're guaranteeing views. I don't know how they're tracking to say like, if this is in your demographic. What that would
look like. We should experiment. I think it's fucking worth it. I mean, to do one, right? I mean, if we have the money to do it,
well,
I would be interested to see what if you say you spend $2,000 on a post and you're guaranteed 1 million views, what that does to your view count. And what that does, your follower count. Like, are you just paying for views, or the actual people, and is it actually getting followers for you? You see what I'm saying? Like, what kind of statistics comes from it? I'd be interested to do that at one time. I mean, it's a fucking shit ton of money.
It's a shit ton of money.
Makes me cringe,
actually map it out to say what it, because to me, I think. Like the way I see it is you have the potential to basically pour jet fuel because the way the TikTok algorithm works, right, is it takes your view count into consideration for those first few hours. So if you put out a new post, and even if you spend a little bit of money to get, let's say, 2,000 views right away, well, that's going to boost you up in the algorithm and have a ripple effect. It's going to end up larger than just the view count that you paid for, obviously. But to your point, it's a slippery fucking slope.
Do you think maybe then because you can pay for it now, they're gonna start making more people shadow ban to promote people to pay for it and get more views?
I will say this: I have 183,000 followers on TikTok.
Yeah,
I posted 3 videos that got a grand total of 2,000 views between 3.
My fucking I always do this. It's hit or miss. But my last 2 videos, like I'll pull it up right now. Yesterday, no, not good. Like it gets like this, and I get that, but I'm just saying.
But my baseline normally is 5,000 easy. Like if I post content,
30, yeah.
Like,
I got 35,000 views on one with a kid's toy making weird sexual noises, and I was like, this is gonna go viral, absolutely, and it fucking didn't. And then my dance moves got almost 50,000. It's just not.
well, I'm also pulling.
It's been difficult.
I'm pulling up. So you know how they have TikTok actually expanded their analytics, which I love. I'm a big data head. I pulled up the analytics on those videos that weren't doing well, and those videos had higher views from my followers than the For You page, which means, to your point, it's
Wait, what?
yeah, like that never happens. Usually the For You page is the majority of the follower, right? If I pull it up, it's 90% For You or 95% For You, 5% follower, because the most of my views aren't coming from the followers. These were like 60% follower, 40% For You, which means, to your point, it's not pushing to the For You page.
No.
And I don't know why.
Well, with the paid promotion thing now, I can see TikTok trying to make it more enticing so that people will want to pay for their posts. And people will fucking do it. I will tell you this right now, a lot of my success came from TikTok.
Mm-hmm. So
if you can pay to push a post and it actually helps you grow, then I will do it.
Well, let's look at
I'm going to be honest with you. If that will help me get traffic to my Twitch, but I just don't know if you're paying for, like, you know how you can pay for likes on Instagram? I don't do it, but you can go to companies and literally have them pay for likes.
Yep.
And it's not even a real person. It's just a bogus account. So it doesn't mean anything. There's no interaction behind it. So I'm very curious to what those views are.
I think they're going to push it just to more For You pages and basically take the training wheels off. The problem for me is there's so many users that are on TikTok that aren't in our demographic. They're not gamers. And so if you give them a gaming clip, they're just not going to care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So it can pump it out to all these people that it's just like, here's your general demographic. I don't need, Karen with 2 kids who doesn't like video games seeing my post because they're just not going to care. Like it.
Yeah. Sorry,
Karen.
Whatever. I don't know.
We'll see.
Well, I'm going to play around with it. I'm going to let you guys know what the analytics are on that.
Yeah. They also introduced, we talked about this really briefly, but it's good to expand on, basically the live feature to be able to stream live from TikTok.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's nutty.
You know what's frustrating though is I feel like a lot of people, and I don't think we talked about this. I feel like a lot of people don't understand what it means to be an affiliate and a partner on Twitch, because it's technically against TOS.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to, and I'm really hoping people read over. I'm really hoping people read over their terms of service and really understand if you stream on another platform. They're not really crunching down on it yet, but I see that definitely happening, unfortunately.
As competition expands, definitely, especially with the YouTube and all that.
Now that they have the live streaming platform on TikTok, you can literally link it to your Streamlabs and go live on TikTok like you would go live on stream. You have a cam and then you have your gameplay. It's crazy.
Yep.
It's nuts.
Yep.
It's cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. I would love to try it, but I can't because I'm a partner and I signed a contract where I cannot stream on any other platform, period.
To me, it's just, it's interesting to see what they're going to do with it, right? Because I understand like the fascination to do it and to be able to promote. To your point, you got to make sure your TOS is in line. But if you're a content creator who hasn't even hit affiliate, right, and you're thinking, how do I play around with this to even explore it? For me, it's just like TikTok. That's not what TikTok wants to do. I think it's a feature that they introduced. But like all the things that people say Twitch is terrible for, as far as the whole concept just based around not just like discoverability and things like that, but also the just general mechanics of how the streams work and the VOD storage and what can you do with this. I mean, it's not like TikTok solves that, right? It's not saving your VODs in a way.
I don't even think you can't subscribe either. You can't make money off of that. I mean, really, what is you might get the viewership, but what's the ratio to income that you have coming in compared to like something like Twitch,
Correct.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see though. It's interesting to see that these platforms watch fucking Instagram come out with a live thing with Streamline. Like it's just it's all happening. It's gonna fucking happen.
Well, I mean,
everyone's
Twitter,
gonna be doing it.
Twitter 6 months ago released their Fleet, which is basically stories. I don't see a lot of people necessarily using it, but
I don't use.
They're all competing to try to leverage, and unfortunately, there's not a lot of innovation that comes with it. According to Twitch as well, another massive news happening on their front is they did another gigantic release of the DMCA takedowns. Over 1,000 plus individual claims happening, which is interesting just because from the standpoint of it sounds like, at least from what Twitch is releasing, what Twitch is saying, they're very unhappy with the way that the music industry is handling this, right? They're not giving any forewarning. They're not giving any type of situational analysis. They're literally just coming in and saying, here are the strikes, basically. Here are the claims.
Well, this is the thing. I've been saying this since day one too, is that everyone attacked Twitch when DMCA strikes were coming out, right? Saying, I agree, Twitch should have come up with a better way, knowing that this was going to happen at some point, because the DMCA strike started coming out last year, right? Everyone started getting hit with them. People were freaking out and everyone was attacking Twitch. And I'm like, I get it. Like, Twitch definitely should have been prepared for this, but at the same time, there's really nothing they can fucking do about it. It's in their TOS that you cannot play copyrighted music. So if you're playing copyrighted music, that is on you and that is your fault. Twitch did not deserve to be bombarded like they did last year about it. And this just proves to you that maybe Twitch has been trying to work on something, but the music industry is just not giving in and doing anything about it. Like, at all whatsoever, because they just don't understand and they don't get it and they just want to make money. You know what I mean? So it just goes to show you, you know, that's it. But I'm actually surprised that it was only 1,000.
Yes.
Out of the millions of people that actually stream. I'm surprised that it was only 1,000 people. Like,
I think there's certain,
you gotta be fucking smart.
I think there's certain artists and certain bands or genres that are more aggressive than others. You know, like Ariana Grande is one of them that's very well known for, if her music pops up, like the strikes are coming.
Don't play it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I got hit on. I got hit on in Ariana Grande. I got a warning. I never got a strike. This was back last year. But other than that, those, you got to stay away from them. Don't play mainstream music.
Correct.
You got to be smart. It's the same thing with the like I was saying before, the WWE streamer Paige, who was a famous wrestler on WWE who's retired now. She was streaming Dumb and Dumber. And she got banned. Her stream cut out halfway or stopped in the middle of the movie.
It stopped halfway through?
She got banned in the middle of her watching that movie. Yes.
That's pretty funny.
Like, where's her moderators? What? I mean, like we were talking about too, like you can stream movies through, what was it, Amazon Prime?
Yeah, they have like stream parties and watch parties that you can do where, as long as you have Amazon Prime and everybody who's in it has Amazon Prime, you can watch the movies that are approved through that, because obviously Twitch is an Amazon-owned company.
Yeah. But you can't just randomly start streaming a movie.
We're just going to watch Game of Thrones today, guys. That's all we're going to do.
Let's just watch Game of Thrones. Yeah, of course. I don't fucking feel bad.
No.
She should have known. You can't just start streaming on Twitch and not look at the TOS. You need to understand Twitch. And like you were saying, is that, I mean, what were you saying about that?
Well, just with everything in regards to that, like, you have to know your TOS. You have to know exactly what you can and can't do. And listen, if you're going to play copyrighted music or show copyrighted content, you just got to know that's a risk that you're taking. You and I both play copyrighted music. We don't play the most popular or the people that we know are going to get us in trouble. A lot of times I'm not having it on the entire stream. It sounds like from everything I'm reading, they're really going after the people that just consistently are playing music in the background while they play. And there's better music for that. Like, literally, if you're going to do that, go get stream beats and go play uncopyrighted music. You know, I do mine more during like my just chatting or on a BRB screen type thing. But yeah, it's
But the thing is music can make or break a stream too.
It's a vibe.
Everything. And I think that's why, you know, it's definitely a vibe, you know? But I think we're finding that there's also, like you were saying, a lot of celebrities that are coming on and they don't know what they're doing.
No, they're doing it because it's popular.
They're not.
Yeah, they're doing it because it's popular and they want to build a stream and another form of revenue. And some people are doing it very successfully, right? And it's people that you wouldn't really expect. And I'll give you a great example. Sasha Grey, she's an adult film actress, right? She's made her movie doing porn. But she has a super successful Twitch channel. And it's nothing like she's not dressing scandalously or playing into that. Like, literally, she's being a normal Twitch creator, but it's because at her heart of hearts, like, she is apparently a gamer and a nerd. Like, it's something that she loves and has always cared about. And so she's taken the time to understand the culture and what it is. And then you got people, you know, like your WWE star who literally are just coming in being like, oh, I can stream and people watch.
Here, let me play a movie.
Yeah, I'm not going to take the time to learn.
You can't do that. It's just, I think it's really ironic that the movie was Dumb and Dumber.
That's true. Well, what are your 2 cents on? So, like, I look at a creator like Mark Clark, who's somebody who is very, very large on TikTok, has a gigantic following, built a very successful Twitch channel. He doesn't publish any of his VODs. And so specifically, I don't know whether that's been a personal choice of his since he was beginning, whether that was because he wants to be 100% protected, because I know he does play copyrighted music, 100% protected against copyright strikes, or pushing people to more VODs over on YouTube. So like, hey, if you want to check this out, go check out the YouTube.
Does he upload on YouTube? Does he upload the VODs on YouTube?
I don't know. But like, if you were doing like stream highlights, so like in my mind, when I initially saw that, my gut reaction was, this is dumb, because there's so many people who watch VODs. You know, if somebody's in like one of our massive Croatia fans, you know, they want to see, they might not be awake while I'm streaming because of the time difference. So when they pull it up, you know, they're watching it in their time on their schedule. It's on Twitch. It's all there. If you took it and you were either doing just your stream highlights or your VODs over on YouTube, like it creates more exclusivity. But to your point, like it's gone now.
No, it's not worth it. Like I always say this, people want it now. So if you have to get to something, if they have to click multiple times to get to something, to see something, you're going to lose them. They should be able to click on your Twitch and then see your VOD if they want to. And I think a lot of times, I mean, I'm over 30,000 views on my VODs, and that is because I have a lot of people that are overseas and not in the same time zone. And I think that overall helps you build your community up. If you're not posting your VODs, even if you did your VOD, I also don't think it's a good idea to make it so that only subscribers can see your VODs. I mean, that just shows that for you, I get it. We're all in this to make money, but for me, I don't know. Like, that makes me feel like it's a money grab.
I want to give you free content, and if you find value in it, you will subscribe. That's been my 2 cents.
But like, I don't know, like I know there's people that have it so that only subscribers can see the VODs, and I don't feel like I'm even big enough, and I wouldn't want someone to, whatever. Needless to say, with my VODs is if I'm playing copyright music, the VODs are muted. So I'm not worried about it. What people need to be worrying about are the fucking clips. The clips are not muted. If someone clips something with copyright music in it, and that's where people are getting fucked. So I appreciate Mark Clark's grind on TikTok. I think he knows a lot about TikTok. When it comes down to Twitch, I know he is on the smaller side, but I don't, coming from someone that's a bigger content creator and that knows more of what they're doing, I personally believe that he should definitely be posting his VODs and let people watch it. Absolutely. And if he's playing copyright music and he's not posting his VODs because of that, and this goes for anyone that's not posting their VODs, you should definitely keep your VODs open. It's just going to help you grow. People are going to go to your stream and they want to see that right off the bat. Don't think you're giving out free content. Just look at it as it's the cost of doing marketing and getting people to want to watch. It's a
library. Yeah. I mean, to your point, right? You're saying you get 30,000 views on a VOD is the number you just mentioned. So that means literally there's 30,000 people that didn't catch you live that are wanting to go back and look.
Well, no. Twitch changed it. The views that you have on your VODs now are a cumulative of what is live and after the VOD is watched.
Interesting.
You didn't know that?
No.
They came out with that the beginning of, or the last year.
Interesting.
So that's why everyone's VOD numbers went up. Because I remember one of my VODs, it was, you know, I forgot how much I was getting. Then all of a sudden, boom, it was like 38 or 30,000. It's an cumulative.
Yeah, accumulation. An accumulation.
Accumulation of your live views and outside. So I'm not, the 30,000 views, the bulk of it is from the night that I streamed it.
Yep.
You know, that's how many people came through in the 4 hours I was streaming. And then on top of that, does it go up from there? Yeah, because people are watching. I just don't know exactly that analytic.
Yeah, I would love to know that number just in general of how many people are actually watching VODs. And you guys,
listen, if I was getting 30,000 views on a video after the fact that I posted it, like that's fuck YouTube. I'm doing it. I'd be like, that's crazy. That would be fucking amazing.
You guys, do me a favor. If you're watching this on YouTube and have the ability to comment if you go back and watch VODs at all. Are you one of the people who on your favorite creators will go back and look at VODs, and if you missed a stream, go back and do it? I'd be really curious to know the statistics and where it all lands.
I'm curious too, because you know, maybe it's not as popular as we think. Maybe there's another reason why Mark doesn't post his VODs. I'd be interested to.
Yeah, he and I have never talked about it. I just noticed he's done it.
And I mean, other than that, but I mean, I still think it's important that you should have your VODs up, especially for people that are overseas and not in the same time zone.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, yeah.
And speaking of Twitch as well, one last piece of news that I think is pretty cool, because we've talked about in the past, where do we think Twitch is going and how do we think it's going to continue to evolve and becoming more of that network-based type dynamic? I'm going to butcher his name, but I think it's Guales, Guales. Apparently he's a very large Brazilian content creator and streamer, officially partnered with the NBA and is now allowed to show NBA broadcasted games down in Brazil.
Money, 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 money.
Giant.
Money.
Right?
Oh my God.
And we saw some of this.
Future, dude.
Yeah, we saw some of this last year with like Tim and Nick getting NFL deals and able to show the Amazon sponsored games. So that was like Thursday night games and some Monday night games live on their Twitch every single week. The more that this happens, you're right. It's number one, a gigantic money opportunity for him as an individual.
Yep.
But number two, again, the networks are starting to realize and the companies are starting to realize the value of the online streaming platforms. It's interesting.
Everyone's live streaming. I mean, everything's being streamed now. No one has fucking cable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and every single person I know has Netflix. Every single person I know has Netflix.
Yep.
Like, that's crazy to think about, right? And then you throw in live streaming. And now you have a brand new, I mean, I guarantee you with the amount of views Nick Merckx gets, like millions of views, right? He's competing with actual cable channels, like, to be real, like, let's be honest, you know? And people are more out to spending money or whatever on these live streaming platforms versus sitting there and watching it at home. You know, it's more interactive. And that's what people are starting to, listen, Twitch is going to blow the fuck up along with some other platforms. And it's just live streaming and commentary with your favorite streamers. It's going to be huge.
That I think is the biggest thing, right? Because before, like if I go on to the NFL, and I know you don't watch a ton of football, but like Joe Buck is a famous Fox announcer. People either really like him or really hate him, right? If I could mute Joe Buck and listen to, you know, Nick Merckx, for instance, do my commentator, even though it might not be as knowledgeable, he's not as ground, like that's the entertainer that I want to listen to while watching the sport. There becomes that opportunity that's very interesting, right?
That's so cool. I'm super excited, and I hope one day we get to a point where we're big enough and we are able to do that. But mine wouldn't be sports. Mine would be like commentating, The Bachelor.
But like, imagine that. Like, if you got the rights to show The Bachelor live as it's on. Right, not a delay, not after the but we get to sit in with Tails as she watches this, and you're eating popcorn and drinking twisted teas, and you know, basically just spitting your 2 cents of fuck Jake, he's a douchebag, you know.
Look at this bitch, you're the slut. She's what did The Bachelor? She's oh my God, what was it?
I'm not going to know this quote.
She's soliciting men for money. I know, sorry. It's a Bachelor thing from last Bachelor, which was a horrible season anyways, but
boom.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see. But yeah, that's where I think it's headed, and good for Guales, the Brazilian streamer, for locking it down.
Yeah, Guales.
I love it. Let's get into a little bit of nonsense.
Where am I?
How did we get here?
It's time for
How did we get here?
Bump. How did we get here? Our segment where we give
I don't know
how we got it. I don't even.
How did we get here?
I don't even know where I am.
I don't know. Where am I?
Let's nonsense situations. Getting your 2 cents on how you would answer these. You always love these because I blindside you with questions that you just don't have an answer off the tip of your tongue for because they're just so bizarre.
I don't remember how do we play this? I forget.
I'm going to give you a situation and a question, and you just give me 2 cents on how you would answer. For instance, number one, Tails, congratulations. You just became a superhero overnight.
Oh, yes.
Yep. You're now.
I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was destined for greatness.
You are now the badass defender of the entire Americas, and you are able to pick a sidekick, not Nala. But I want to know, who is your sidekick? Who or what, I should say, and what powers or abilities do they have? Don't pick Nala, because Nala was in the comic book.
I got 4.
Oh, all right? God,
First
what?
Round, bam, boom, bam. I want a Tyrannosaurus Rex that is indestructible. I want a dinosaur. I want a fucking...
Give me the T-Rex's name. What is the
Rexinator. The Rexinator. That's what I want. Mm-hmm. And then if not that, I want Godzilla or King Kong. I get to choose which one I want for my sidekick. Most likely Godzilla because he's GOAT. And King Kong, though, I mean, he's cute, but he would probably die. He's not a dinosaur. And then Optimus Prime. I would like him just so he could read me bedtime stories every night because his voice is so soothing and I love it. And then my other one would be
I'm just imagining, by the way, Optimus Prime in his semi-truck form just outside your window reading you something. Like you're sleeping, your window's just cracked, and there's just a semi-truck reading you the news.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are.
That's actually really good.
Yeah,
it wasn't bad.
I've been practicing. Autobots, assemble. Okay, sorry. And then my last one would be Harry Potter.
Harry Potter is your sidekick.
I want Harry Potter as my sidekick because he's a badass wizard magician wielding wand person, and he could probably, I could use him I would harvest his magic. I wouldn't even need him. I would just tie him up in my basement and just harvest his magic for myself and make him let me live forever and look beautiful forever and take his magic and I would rule the fucking world.
I like it. What if you got Ron, though?
Ron Weasley. Ron Weasley.
Isn't it crazy that as soon as Harry Potter pops up, though, like both of our minds go to that one video?
Hermione. Harry Potter.
If you guys don't know the puppet video of Harry Potter, you're missing out. Dumbledore. Hermione.
Slytherin Snape, Slytherin Snape, or something. Okay. What was I saying?
You're dying. You named your four. What
about you?
I think I would need. First of all, I think I have to have a grizzly bear that I can ride. I think that would be fantastic. Yeah, you're just imagining just this bear just flopping around.
Yeah. And you on top of it, and you just. But the thing is, these bears don't run gracefully, so you'd be on the back of it like this.
No, listen, you would learn.
Like,
you would learn in time.
It would not be majestic.
They're so fast.
Would be all over the place.
Bears are so fast.
I mean, I on a scale of how big they are, yes, but no. I mean, let's be honest. Bears are not that fast.
How fast am I? Let me just put it this way. Last week, I outran a mongoose.
Yeah. Wait, what's a fucking mongoose? Is that a duck?
No, isn't a mongoose a snake?
I don't think. No, I think a mongoose is a duck.
I don't think so.
A snake?
I thought it was like a little snake-like creature. Hold on.
It's a mongoose is a duck. It's a duck.
Mongoose is we're both wrong. It is what is it? It's like a meerkat type of thing. It's like a little.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah, it's a.
My life has been a lie.
Yeah, it's a little. It's a little mammal, like almost like a little those like prairie dogs, like those little prairie dogs. It's like that.
Okay. Wait, what?
Yeah, 100%.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You said a snake.
I thought it was a snake. Listen, I was quoting The Office.
You said it was a snake, and I thought it was a duck. Why would we ever be proud of outrunning that? What the fuck?
Apparently, they're super fast.
What? Who? I've never been so perplexed on an animal before. A mongoose?
Mongoose is a small.
What the fuck is wrong with us?
Carnivore or carnivorous. Yes.
Carnivorous.
Mammal.
Yes, I got it.
You did. This family is currently split between two subfamily. Oh, this doesn't matter. This is getting into like genealogy. We're not getting into that.
All right.
Yeah. Other classifications. Meerkats. So yeah.
What the fuck? My mind is blown right now.
Yeah, it's like a little prairie dog.
My life has been a lie.
I think that would be great. Or I'd like to have just some guy named like Steve. And Steve has like a really weird like power associated with him. Like
what? Like what? Bear?
Steve can shoot large amounts of confetti out of his eyeballs, but only once. Like one of those little like things. That's all Steve can do. And he can't always.
Imagine if he could.
He can't.
I know what everyone's listening thinking, right? Because they know what they know. Because a lot of them just know how our brains work, and I was not thinking eyeballs.
No, I wasn't either at first, but I went there just for safety's sake. Or it's whenever, or it's whenever he gets scared, like he can't control it. Whenever Steve gets scared, boom. Like.
Listen, your sound effect for that is so accurate. Do it again.
That's exactly what. So like, almost like an octopus. Imagine an octopus in water. You know how like they release their ink.
Yeah, their ink.
Yeah, that's what Steve's gonna do with confetti.
And then it's like, hey Steve, boom.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh man, not again, guys. Come on.
You made me.
Now I gotta pick up all the confetti. Oh, you made me ink.
You made me ink.
You made me ink. Okay.
Awesome. Question number 2, which is actually super ironic because just so everyone's aware, I don't read these ahead of time. I want to get your general reaction. So when we get into this, you're going to realize really quickly why your answer was so bizarre. Because number 2, congratulations, you just found out you're secretly a Transformer, sent by Optimus Prime to protect in his stead.
Shut up.
What is the dumbest thing you could transform into that would make you upset with your mission? It's so funny that you brought up Optimus Prime because literally I was like, what?
What? Wait, so what if I transformed into something that would
like imagine it's like it's Optimus transforming into the semi truck. It's Bumblebee transforming into the Camaro. It's SWEEETTAILS like transforming into like the Hot Wheel. Like I'm just thinking about this like really stupid thing that come on guys.
SWEEETTAILS transforming into something that doesn't move because that would be fucking funny. The Empire State Building. I don't fucking know.
I think it's gotta be something.
Tails go. Autobots assemble.
Or
and
like
then here I come, and I'm just like.
I can imagine you transforming into like one of those little dogs that does the backflip that takes like the 3 steps and backflips.
Or I transform into like a fucking like a Sour Patch. No. What are those dolls? Never mind. A Barbie. I don't fucking. Hi, I'm tour guide Barbie.
Yeah, but just like not even like moving. Just like you're literally just the most useless piece of equipment. You're like, fuck this, Optimus. Like you screwed me big time.
You. I'm gonna transform into a dildo.
just vibrating along the sidewalk.
Like that's how I moved. It's the vibration.
But for some reason, like because of the vibration, you don't move forward. Yeah, you just move sideways.
Be like, really, Tails, really again. And you're like, what do you want from me?
You did this, Optimus.
You did this.
I think
it would be double. It would be double penetrate.
Oh God, we're going deep down the rabbit hole.
This is an R stream. Sorry.
Yeah,
this is not family friendly.
Kids don't listen to this.
Your kids are listening.
It's all good.
Don't listen to it. They don't know what that means.
Nah,
so
it's fine.
Good.
Just don't Google it.
Don't Google. No Googling. Don't ask Siri anything.
Ask Jeeves.
Is that even still around?
I don't think so.
Is Ask Jeeves around?
I doubt it.
I remember that site. He was like a little butler looking guy.
Yeah, exactly. Right? And he was like a lower form of Google where literally you would type something in and he would be kind of close to the answer you were looking for, but not really.
Yeah. Be like, should I trust this?
Yeah, I'm searching what is a mongoose, and he's showing me like the dirt bikes named Mongoose, like the brand, and I'm like, that's not really what I'm looking for, but that is a good deal. Like that's a good deal on a bike. I can get behind that.
There's an actual brand.
Yeah, it's for a DMX or not DMX, BMX, BMX bikes.
What was that?
That was my dog bark for DMX. R.I.P. Pour one out for the fallen homie.
Where my R at?
Yeah, exactly. Final one I got for you.
First we're gonna rock, then we're gonna roll, then we're gonna drop. Gonna let it go. It's gonna give it to you.
Have you?
Gonna give it to you.
So, side note, as long as we're talking about DMX, did you see the clip that was going around TikTok of Jay-Z talking about DMX?
No.
So apparently there was some festival or something where Jay-Z was going out behind DMX. He'd never performed with him live before. He goes, DMX goes out there, and right before he does, he looks at Jay-Z and just barks at him and goes, let's get it. Goes out there. Apparently the crowd goes nuts. He's rapping. He's barking. He takes off his shirt. Apparently he plays 2 songs. The whole place is going nuts. He's like, I've never seen anybody just bark and the whole crowd just go bananas. He goes, and then all of a sudden the manager of the festival turns to Jay-Z and goes, all right, you're up next. Jay-Z's like, what?
What am I supposed to go out there barking? Like, what the fuck?
Like, I just imagine.
Oh my God.
It's so funny.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, but his songs were so classic. That's why. Like he could bar, like he was so it was
they were bangers.
A legend, even though he was fucked up. I mean, he was in jail forever, and it's just so I saw this video one time of him going into a gas station on TikTok, and the person behind the counter was like, you're DMX. And as soon as he talks, you know it's DMX because it literally sounds like like his voice is just this rapping. Yeah, I'm DMX. You know, like it was just you know? It was good stuff. Anyways.
The last one I got for you. You received some certified mail today, probably from David. David dropped off some certified mail for you.
Fantastic.
And it's a letter explaining that your great aunt Ruby has passed away, unfortunately for you.
Oh, Ruby!
However, she left you her entire inheritance valued over at $100 million. With money no longer being an issue, what would your lifestyle look like?
Charity, the tax write-off.
Fuck you, Uncle Sam.
Who am I donating to first? I'm just kidding. No, seriously though.
$100 million. What would your day-to-day look like?
My day-to-day
let's start
would
here.
look like...
Let's start here. Are you moving anywhere?
Yes, I would build my dream house.
Where?
Wherever, on the water somewhere. Somewhere where I would want it, but definitely around this area. I don't want to leave my family.
Yep.
So it would definitely be on the East Coast somewhere. I wouldn't be going anywhere else. And then I would get maybe some houses throughout the world or something. So I had, but I would Dogecoin. I'm just kidding. No, I would invest a lot, but my day to day, I don't think would change that much. I would go out and maybe buy some cars, just because I'm a sports car enthusiast. You know what I would do? I would buy a Formula One racing team. That's what I would do with $100 million. Just kidding. I don't know. I don't think I would change anything because, listen, like, I'm very content with my life. I think maybe like the house I would live in would be a little bit bigger. The cars I would have would be a little bit nicer. But other than that, I'm not like, I don't have designer clothes and I'm not a designer person. I don't walk around with Louis Vuitton or like Gucci. I don't know. Maybe get like a stylist to style me. I'm not really great at clothes. I wear a lot of sweatpants and stuff. I don't really care about style, but I should. I'm just trying to think if there's something that I would that would change drastically. And I mean, I would let my parents retire.
Yeah.
I mean, but day to day, I would just be normal Hillary. I would literally just be who I am. But I guess the stress, you would
be gone.
I would love to be able to live life with no stress and see how that would feel.
I think every content creator has a dream that they have an editor that does all of their editing at a very high quality, right? Not just like, hey, this person does but I'm talking like this is a professional company that makes my YouTubes like to the best of the ability. Yeah. So literally all you have to do is show up and make content. Yeah. So like I agree with you. I'd probably move somewhere on the water. I like the Midwest. I'd probably buy somewhere, a house warm or like a condo in Vegas or something like that. It's a fun place. But I'd want to move on the water here, get a boat. My day, I think mentally would be like waking up, working out, like going out on a boat, getting sun, chilling, streaming, doing the content stuff, and then just kicking back at night and being with friends. And like literally you work 3 hours, 4 hours a day. You pay people to do all of your editing so you don't have to vibe with it at all. And you just stress-free life.
Like seriously, like stress kills people.
Oh, it's terrible.
It causes cancer. It causes everything, like bad stuff in people's lives. Like just imagine living a life with no fucking stress and just letting go. And I would love to, that is what $100 million would be for me. Even less than that, that's what it would be for me. And that would be, I feel like I would live a different quality of life. I mean, I think anyone with that amount of money would, but at the same time, you probably have your own stresses with winning or having that amount of money.
You got other problems that come with it.
Life and there's other stuff. So, but that would be worth it. Yeah, definitely an editor because God damn it, finding a fucking...
It's fun, isn't it? I mean,
I just want to find someone I can call my own, one person, and like be able to have them do everything right. And it is not fucking easy. Some people that reliable. That's the biggest thing, is finding people that are reliable, that do what you ask them to do on the time frame that you ask them, and for the quality put into it. And someone that only works for me and nobody else, but I can afford to do that because I just don't, I don't want someone to be way too busy.
Yeah. I mean, imagine being able to pay somebody $80,000 a year to edit all of your content for you, where they're exclusive to you. Yeah. And they're pumping out 3 TikToks, YouTube every single day, all of your Instagram posts, like all that. All you got to do is make the content and they handle it.
I wish I could afford it.
I mean, that's a Great Aunt Ruby's got to pass away.
Yeah.
That bitch.
But the thing is that then you also have the stress of you would be responsible for that person's livelihood.
Correct.
Like you're their
But if
job.
you had $100 million,
you are the one that providing them money. Yeah, true. $100 million. I'm just speaking in general at some point when we get to the size where we want to hire an editor, you know, like you're their livelihood. And that's what terrifies me. Because God forbid streaming shits out on me one day, they lose their fucking job. Like I would be, what if they have kids? Like what if they rely on me to pay for their house and everything? You know what I mean? Like that's terrifying. But I'm hoping to get my YouTube to a point where I can be able to do that because I want to be able, whatever I make on YouTube, I can put into an editor. I'm not there yet. That's why.
Subsidize
so
into
I'm
it.
just, I can't, but anyways.
Follow Tails on YouTube. Moral of the story.
Yeah, follow me on YouTube.
And
I
then
got
just-
a YouTube. I'm actually I've been seeing a lot of streamers do it, but I'm definitely creating a shorts YouTube channel and a VOD YouTube channel. So I'm gonna have 3 channels, and it's just I don't want my shorts to be on the same page as my YouTube.
It's different. It's challenging, and I mean that's I do it all on one, but you're right. They attract 2 different forms of people. There's people that enjoy the short form content, and there's people that like the long form, and it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I heard the shorts are more they've perfected the beta. Is it different now? Like you have is it you actually are getting on the because my problem was when I was posting the shorts, they weren't getting on the shorts page.
So I committed myself for this is like 2 weeks ago that every single day I would upload a short, and I would have it ready to go every single day. 9 a.m. a short is posting, and some of them do well and some of them don't. That's the moral of the story. And when I say don't do well,
you get on the shorts page, like on the analytics, it says shorts and it shows
you know, if you got
problem.
there. But like some of them just don't pop up. Like I had one video that got 26 views. I had one that got 3,500. Like it's just it's complete crapshoot. What's not happening? So this happened like when shorts was way earlier. Like when I first started exploring it, I used to be able to post a video and like. It wouldn't happen every video, but some of them would get like 100,000 views. And I almost got 2,000 followers, like almost half of my current YouTube subscribers on one short video. Like, I just feel like that's becoming more saturated. Almost every content creator is starting to produce shorts, so it's harder to do that.
Yeah.
But there's definitely still value there. Definitely. Hooray!
Yeah.
You guys, thanks for listening. This has been episode 12 of the podcast.
Yes.
Tails is back. She is healthy. We be vibing. You guys, thanks for being here. Apologize again for the later drop on this one. Obviously, with the holidays, we were just a little bit behind on the recording and all that, but it's coming. We're back on our normal schedule. We hope you guys are doing fantastic. Make sure to drop a follow or subscribe on all the major places. We're out on Apple, on Google, on Spotify, on iHeart, on this, on that, on Twitter, on YouTube, everywhere, you guys. We're everywhere, but we appreciate you. I hope you all are staying safe, staying happy. Until next time, guys.
Absolutely.
Happy gaming.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
That was another episode of the Bear and Tails podcast.
You want more?
Oh my god, I would love some.
Make sure to subscribe and share and catch both Bad Bear Gamer and SWEEETTAILS live on their streams out on Twitch.
We're just big vibes. You know what I mean?
I hope you guys enjoy it.
Don't forget to follow the show on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram.
At Bear and Tails Podcast.